Hello, Mr. Randy Duck, and welcome back for another video. This time featuring the Tier 10 American Premium Medium Tank, the T95E6. Two replays for you today. First one on Canis, where there's two enemy fun police in the game. And yeah, I mean, this tank is a tank I enjoy greatly. It's got fantastic DPM. It's got 400 alpha with a really good reload. And yeah, it's basically a pattern variant, but that DPM basically makes a tank. Since 6.0, when the accuracies all got buffed, it used to be a little bit trolly on the gun. Now it's not so much. It's a fantastic, fantastic premium tier 10 premium tank. Yeah, and there's two, like I say, two fun police on this encounter map on Canis. And we see a little bit of that later on while the fun police tries to send me to jail. But yeah, on the encounter mode, we're going to first thing we're just going to come around and see if we can spot, see if it makes any aggressive pushes. And this Manticore has done that. It's kind of full sent in the open. We've got to make sure we punish this guy for this. I'm just going to make sure I aim my shots, make sure I hit my shots. He gets one into us, which snapshot, but that's not a problem. He's unfortunately done a bit of petty driving and flipped it, and we managed to take that out. We then spot this Czech heavy tank. Got to be careful. Don't want to eat sort of two clips off of him, but we do get one in. And I'm just being a little bit careful here about I don't want to eat another shot in return, but I'll try and get another one in. Unfortunately, I don't, but we do manage to bounce his shot. Now at this point, I'm still detected, still targeted. So I probably should be trying to be a little bit wary here because there's probably a good indication that the fun police could be looking at us. But I haven't really relocated, and that's kind of paid the price for it. You see, I absolutely got slapped there, leaving me on 600 hit points at the start of the game, which is far from ideal. But what we're not going to do is just give up because we're still in the game. We've still got a gun. We can still make things happen. I'm going to try and get into position to punish the tanks which are trying to push our hill. This is quite a nice play. If you don't get contested from behind, from the cap circle, this position is really good when the enemy team push out like this, because we've now just put them in an awful situation where I've got shots into the rear, and yeah, unless they get rid of me, I'm going to keep being able to get shots in there. You see, this is IS7. It's not a lot you can do. I'm just going to keep punishing him at the moment because, so I've got this angle. Unless someone contests me, unless I get shot down by that fun police, I'm going to have free farms. Unfortunately, they did snap a shot into me, which is now left me on a one shot. And I get a little bit fortunate there where I don't know if the IS7 either missed or he bounced, or but yeah, I got a little bit lucky. I could have died there, to be honest with you. But yeah, I wanted to try and take these out while they were distracted fighting our enemy tanks. I get a bit unlucky to bounce out on the IS7 with the AP into his side, but that's Russian tanks for you. But hopefully I should be able to finish off this CS63 here. I'm not going to have a problem with spelling that tank, and we do manage to do that, picking up another kill and putting us onto 3,000 damage and 800 blocks. Now this IS4 comes around, I get one in. Now I really, to be honest with you, tempting fate here trying to get another shot. I could have easily died there, but I was just chancing it, let's be honest. And yeah, it worked out okay in the end. We didn't manage to take that shot. But now I've got to be careful because I know the E4's there. It looks like the E4's backing up a little bit. But there's also a Turan which I've got to be a little bit careful. So I'm poking this corner slowly. I get lit. So I'm going to pull back round because I don't want to eat a shot, because this is quite a close game. It's 7 versus 6. So I don't really want to throw this away. So I'm trying to lose the spot before I do anything, and now I'm going to try a different angle because I don't fancy poking there again. It kind of looks a little bit obvious poking into the same spot, but we spotted this Berto in the open. We get, unfortunately, not to pen in there. We get a nice shot into him, but we do track him in place and pick up 1,000 assistance for our trouble, and then pick up the kill. So yeah, all ends well in the end. So now I'm just trying to poke from a different angle and see if we can get a shot into this IS4 or is this Turan. I'm not quite spotting them at the moment, so I don't know if they're tucked right round in the corner on the right. And I'm trying to wait for our medium tank to push around. Like, we spotted the E4, so we realise he's pushed back, but I still don't have the information of where that Turan has gone. I don't know if he's just somehow not being proxy spotted at the moment. and that's why, yeah, I'm really edging this. But it looks like he hasn't spotted now. I'm thinking he must have moved. So we're going to see if we can get a shot into this E4 while he's distracted, showing us the side armour. We wait to make sure we get the side of his turret. We pen that shot, which has now left him onto a one shot to us. Concerned that the enemy artillery could just splash me here. He doesn't even have to hit me because I'm, you know, so low in health. I'm waiting to see if I can get a shot into that E4 where I know I'm going to pen. We've seen the Turan on the right, so at least we know where the Turan's located to now. Obviously, I'm a one shot to the Turan, but you know, he can easily just fire HE at me and splash me. But like I said, I am concerned that the Fun Police might just, you know, splash me here. But I don't want to take away these opportunities to get shots in. Get a nice one into the Badger, but the Badger then gets absolutely smashed and loses all his hit points, which is a shame because I wanted to farm a bit more helpful from there. But we do get the shot in, putting us onto sort of 4,500 damage, 1,500 assistance. We're now just waiting for this Turan to get spotted, see if we can light him up and get a cheeky shot into the Turan. We're looking for a shot, so should be able to get one in. Now, to be honest, I could have, if I had HE loaded, I could have easily penned the Turan with HE, because obviously that turret just has no armour whatsoever. But I didn't have any HE loaded because of sort of the lack of ammo. We're trying to get a little kill in. Unfortunately, we get like turned round by that heavy tank. I don't think he was looking, to be fair to him. But we do manage to pick him out anyway. And then, yeah, that's it. There's just this one Fun Police left, which quickly gets shut down. And that brings us to the end of the game. Yeah, considering we had a pretty bad start with the hit points, getting taken out by the artillery. Not too bad a game in the end. We got the Devastator, 5,000 damage, 1,500 assistance. Nothing crazy, but yeah, not a bad game. Just, you know, because obviously we went down early on those hit points. But that's it for the first one. We've got one more replay to come, so I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so here we are for the second and the final replay of the video here on Erlenberg. We've got no Fun Police to deal with today, which is always nice. And from this spawn, I've decided, you know, being that we've got no Fun Police, I'm going to try something a little bit different, and I'm going to go to, yeah, normally I go to the other side at the start, and I go to the sort of castle, but you don't always get the support going this way. It can be good if you get the support, but you don't always get that, and this time with the no Fun Police, I've decided this is how I want to try it, and I need to get underneath their ridge as soon as I possibly can, because if you delay, that's when you start to lose hit points, because if you can't get there quick enough, because you get lit up like I have with that light tank. But fortunately, obviously, the light tank's going to be the quickest tank on that enemy team. The other tanks haven't really got into a position to punish me yet, and that's why you need to get across there quickly. If you get across there slowly, then you can get caught out and lose damage. So I've got to that ridge pretty quickly. We're going to see if there's anything we can spot. We spot this grill. Now this is, to be honest with you, is a bit silly. I eat one off the grill, which I didn't really need to do, but I am going to make sure, because I reload him, but I'm definitely going to get 2 in for his 1. So at least we've sort of evened up the hit point trade, if nothing else. You know, we did lose 750 hit points, which is not ideal at the start of the game, but at least we took sort of 700 and, you know 50 odd off of the grill as well. And that's now put him on to a 2-shot for us. We're going to see if we can get one into him here. Unfortunately, just sticks down before I get the opportunity. I'm kind of trying to use this house here so when I poke up, it's protecting me from a lot of the other enemy shots, and just trying to, yeah, just keep myself as safe as I can do while trying to get shots in. We managed to get one into that grill, now putting him onto a 1-shot. Hopefully he can get taken out, which he does by our S-Conqueror, which is nice. Now this 110 is kind of pushing to an annoying location for me, and it is kind of annoying because what I'd like to do in this situation is sort of kind of push round onto the left and right of this ridge and put the enemy team in a awkward crossfire, but I can't do that while that 110's alive. So I'm trying to figure out a way at the moment, see if there's any way I can sort of get shots into him by maybe keeping this building to my left and see if we can get shots in. But it's not quite working. You see, I bounced a shot there for 240. Something's obviously got shots into us while we're doing that. So at the moment, he's safe to me at the moment, that 110. So we're going to see if we can get some other shots in while we can. But I am If I sense an opportunity to take that 110 out, I'm going to do that. But this Panzer Tier 10 light has come out in the open. We get a nice shot in. We do track him in place, but he's obviously repaired that and got into cover. But yeah, we do manage to get one in there. We do actually low roll as well on that roll, because obviously this tank does have 400 alpha. So it's a bit unfortunate. We're going to see if we can get a second shot into the light tank, but he's just got behind that house. So they're kind of the two tanks which I want to take out. We get another one in, low rolling again for sort of, was that 350, I believe, and unfortunately they snapshot one into us as well. So we're now on 1,000. And this Sturm Panzer is now coming. Now I'm definitely going to back up here because I'm kind of concerned that the Sturm Panzer might have no value for his life and sort of full send over and just dirt me, which is not something I want to happen. So yeah, it's a bit careful. We've got an opportunity to get a side shot into that 110, and boom, we set his ammo rack off, and that was very fortunate. Obviously the ammo rack is in the back of the turret on that 110. Yeah, I mean, we just got lucky to take him out, which is really nice for us. It's one way to take him out. Not the greatest shots there in that Stern Tiger. I also had heat and I was shooting at an angle. That was never really, always a good chance that bouncing, so that wasn't very good. We don't manage to get one into the Italian. We're swapping back to the AP rounds because we don't need the heat anymore for that Italian tank. And obviously want the sort of better normalisation and shell velocity of the AP rounds. And we're now now at 110 is dead and the light tank has been taken out. We can move on to this sort of side of the ridge, which is what I wanted to do, because then you put the enemy heavies, which are in that corner, in an awkward situation. If you're able to sort of climb up onto this ridge and get shots into their side while they're distracting or shooting them in from behind. But I can't do that until this Object 704 has disappeared. But now we've lit him up and he's getting shots. He has sort of tracked back. But we do have this E5, unfortunately, it has shots at us. And that's going to stop us poking high on that ridge at the moment. Which is not good. If that E5 wasn't there, I'd be able to get a lot of damage very quickly. Because I'd be able to get up on this ridge and shoot all those heavies from behind. But I can't do that while that E5's there. I'll swap to heat to try and get rid of this E5, because if he turns his turret for us, I'm going to want the heat shells to be able to go through that cupola. With the AP at this distance, that's definitely not a guaranteed pen. So obviously with the heat shells not losing penetration over distance, I'll still be able to go back through that cupola. So we get two shots into E5. I really want to either just put enough damage into him so he sort of moves, which does seem to be happening now. He's getting into cover, and this is going to allow me to get up onto this ridge and get shots into things like this Cranrav and those heavies. You can see obviously there's not looking at it here now, so we can just overpeak, put one into the rear. We've got good reload on this tank, so we're going to be able to get another one in before he's reacted and turned around, putting him onto one shot. Now we're going to get back round into cover. Had I been able to get up here earlier, I would have been able to get a lot of damage into those heavies to my left. I was kind of thinking there was just going to be shut down by my team, so I was going to move and get more shots in. But I have got an opportunity to get one in. I get one into the E6. Unfortunately, we do take one off of that E5, I believe. And yeah, it's only two tanks remaining now. So I'm going to just try and push forward and get the shots in. This 140-100 is healthy, but it's probably not going to keep his hit points for very long. Get unfortunate there for that. So I think I hit his gun and damaged his gun. So that was unlucky that, and we don't manage to get another shot in. But we do get one into the E5. We're going to see if we can finish this E5 off here, get another shot of penetration in, and we do manage to pick up the kill in the end, bring this to 6,000 damage, 3,000 assistance, and 4 kills, I believe, and another ace tanker. So that is it for this replay. Like I say, nothing humongous, but I did want to get I don't think I got a video on this tank on my channel yet. So I hope you enjoyed the replays, and as always, happy tanking.
Enemy in sight. Hadouken!